Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Okay. So, I believe we are ready to rock and roll. Let's put chat up on here. Restream chat. Yeah, here we go. Yo. There we go. Chat is working. Alright, let's go, guys. So, we just got back from my best friend's wedding. And not really done anything with new Empress Children. I did get the premium campaign bundle, which came out on day 1, which was a little bit stealthy. Didn't really say a lot about it. I see that they've changed the legendary from a wild card to a random card at the beginning of the thing, so I think that might be... I wonder whether that's to try and stop this idea that we've talked about quite a lot as creators, which is to rush to the end and get the legendaries. I don't know if it's to do with that, or whether it's just purely to do with the fact that they want to reduce the value a little bit. It's still good value. It's still good value, the premium campaign, don't get me wrong. Oh man, that's pretty sick. I like that card. I really like that card back. It's very cool. I tell you what, I do love having a premium campaign. It's like a fun... It's a really fun thing for me to do. I don't know why. I feel like the battle pass is just creates a totally different feeling, but this is a really fun thing to do. I really enjoy it. So it's always nice to be back starting. So let's unlock this guy, Lord Capfrail, and let's claim and see what we get for our random legendary. Exquisite Swordsmanship. Your Warlord gains +1 this turn. Deal damage to all enemies equal to your Warlord's melee. So basically it's the AoE, mini AoE card. And also, was there a... Wasn't there like an offer on Lucius? Did I kind of miss that? Pretty sure there was like supposed to be some sort of offer on Lucius, right? Is it a Steam thing? Yeah, so there's like a Lucius bundle, right? Where you can get... I don't know what you get in it. Why is it so unclear? Okay, you get a new Legendary Warlord and 10 booster packs and an exclusive cosmetic avatar. Okay, cool. So we may get that. We may get that. I'm not sure yet. It's on the DLC, BJ, on Steam. Yeah, thank you, man. I just figured it out now. So we may well get that as well. But as always, I mean, the number one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play all of the practice missions, because anyone who's followed my channel knows when a new faction comes out, it's the first thing I like to do, because I think it's a really good way at kind of understanding the cards and the synergies, and it's a feature that I really love in Warpforge. So we will definitely be doing that. We'll also get this pack here. And is there also a... isn't there a redeem thing, right? Isn't there a redeem code? Where was this now? This was on the... This is on one of the posts on the news, right? So I'm just going to go into Warpforge news. See if I can find this. Oh, Skulls 25. Alright, let's try that. Skulls 25. So, Skulls 25. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Saved me a bit of time there. Okay. 2 booster packs there. So we can open, we got 3 now. We can open these. The audio design seems quite nice. The sort of sonic blaster, that was really cool. Oh, got ourselves a little epic. Give +1/+1 to all friendly troops. This might be decent in a demon deck, I think. Hey, that sonic blaster is really cool. That's really cool. Tormentor Obsessant. Ecstasy 3. So that means we've got to get down to that health, right? Give +2 to all friendly troops. Alright, alright. Obviously we've still got all army packs to open. I think what I want to do is... Well, let's just double check how far we are on here. Do we want to go this way? This one... Just got one of those, didn't we? Slaneshi Sorcerer. Oh, the Allurus. Oh, I think I want the Allurus. Oh. Nice. Another pack. Okay. So we need another 200 to get that. Let's open our pack. Give flank to a friendly troop. Get a random combat elixir. So I still don't know what all the combat elixirs do yet. I think from a few clips I've seen, I think I've seen +2 range, +2 melee, and maybe +1 armor. I could be wrong on that. Okay, let's upgrade our Lord to level 2. It's kind of cool. Then we can be able to unlock some more goodies on the forge. I've been playing with and against Emperor's Children, and my first impression is they're terrible. No vanguard, no stealth, bad flankers, and removal. I've been utterly running them over in ranked. Wow, okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, I literally have no opinion at the minute, so I don't even know what all the cards are. This release has been done very differently to any other release so far. I think because of the Warhammer Skulls event, we heard nothing until the cards were actually out live. So I have deliberately not even really looked at all the cards. I want to just kind of like Work through it. Been having an opposite experience, not gonna lie. There's big weaknesses, but some things are broken. Okay, okay. So we definitely got some forge stuff we can do here. Choose a combat elixir. Doesn't show you the elixirs, does it? Create it in your hand. That's quite a nice opening one, though. Definitely get that wild card. Booster pack. When a troop is deployed, it gets -1 melee until its next turn. Yeah, that probably is quite good against this faction, right? It's quite a lot. It's probably also pretty good against Orkz, though. So that gave us another pack. Plasma Gun Tormentor. Game Blast 1. Okay, so let's start with the basic warlord, Lord Cacophonist. Okay. Let's go. They're all three and they give stat buffs. Healing or armor. So give -2/-2 to an enemy troop. This card is like the ultimate anti-orc card. Like, it's absolutely insane, right? We play this on 1 grot and then all these flanking stuff like Warbikers and the new 5-drop just can never flank. So good. So simulation is when we are targeted by a stratagem, isn't it? And it gives +1 to a random friendly troop. So basically this warlord does nothing when there's no troops on board, right? Now we could obviously play this and get the, if the target dies, we get an elixir. But I actually think we're just going to take the turn to draw here. Okay, give blast 1 to a friendly unit this turn. Deal 1 damage to a friendly unit and give it +1/+1 this turn. Interesting. I wonder how many of these elixirs there are then. Total. Give +1 to a random friendly troop. What are you supposed to be targeting this guy with, though? It's one of the things I'm not really sure about. Stun enemy troops attacked and give them -1/-1. biology. Okay. So you need 6 damage here, right? Or you can do this. Probably should have played this though if I was doing that, right? Yeah, I should have played that if I was doing that. I'll just play this. So I can play that on my Warlord, and then my Warlord gives permanent +1 to a random friendly troop. Is that good? So we can target the Warlord with some of them that say unit, like Blast. Or we can use our Warlord talent to ping it, deal 1 damage. If the target dies, create a random elixir. That's pretty poor. That would be a pretty poor use of it, I think. Give -2/-2 to a random enemy. Wait, what? Oh my god. Did we just completely break that card? I kind of see where doesn't seem to be much value in this kind of like simulation ability. Give +1 to a random friendly troop. No voices on these units. Yeah, I saw there's a bug, isn't there? I do like this debuffing idea, debuffing mechanic. Deal 2 damage. Heal 5. Yeah, permanent debuff thing's really nice. It adds like a really interesting thing. Like I said, especially against Orkz, I think this is really good. Eliminating things like fast from the game is pretty cool. Give -2/-2 to an enemy troop. So now we can like get that. I mean, we pretty much had lethal, but that's okay. Enemy troops have -2. So this guy just flat out, while he's on the board, enemy troops have -2. That's actually not bad for a basic card. Probably should have put that on there though. Interesting. Very interessant. Okay. Ecstasy. So Ecstasy is when it goes down to 2, isn't it? That's the game first and heal 1. I quite like that card. I think that's a really good card. It's an epic as well, so that makes sense. Well, you can do this here. Put that up to 5. I really like the debuffing stuff. The debuffing stuff feels like really interesting. Yeah. Pretty cool. Alright. That's our first game down. Okay. So, next up we have this version called Aeldari. So the curve looks a bit more more in the middle, right? The sort of 3s and 4s, maybe a bit more aggro-y. Aeldari. I do like this card. Okay. Let's play Aeldari. Stun enemy troops attacked. And give them -1/-1. So you attack with your warlord. Choose a combat elixir and create it in your hand. Gain a shield. Oh, this card seems really good. Stimulation, give -2/-2 to a random enemy troop. So you've really got to have the elixirs, right? But getting the elixir from this on 4 leads into that on 5, doesn't it?
Time is my weapon. Your biggest immortality will be your ruin. Remember.
Okay, so here's a good example of it then, isn't it? We drop this, then we attack this. It's going to get stunned, right? No? Oh, is it only if it's attacked by this unit? That's not really how that reads, I'm not going to lie. That's a little bit cheeky. It doesn't say when this unit attacks. Okay, that's not as good then. That's a play this card. It does nothing unless you let me survive till next turn card, isn't it? Heal 2 to a friendly unit. sure here, to be honest. We'll take the +2 range. That's friendly troop, not units. We can't kill this, so I think we'll just save that. Yeah, it is quite strange not having the voices on. Okay. So he decided not to kill it. It's kind of interesting. Give a random troop. Okay, so this is quite cool on the trade, right? The shield blocks the damage back. I mean, that seems like a pretty nice card. That -2/-2 would have been permanent as well. Okay, that just broke the game. Oh boy. The 4 energy card's insanely good. Yeah, it seems good. Seems strong. Wait, what? Okay, what do we do here? Create 3 random elixirs in your hand. Okay. It might well be that, to be honest. Not sure if this card's worth it, though. Still don't see this simulation give +1 to a friendly troop. That doesn't seem to be ever seemingly doing anything. I suppose blast is not bad when on this type of thing here. Get rid of the permanent. Heal on there. And that puts that down to 2. It's kind of good. Could actually just do it again, right? And then it just never does anything. Is that how that works? these permanent debuffs, man. They are fun. Okay, finally clears that. So this guy, stimulation, give +1/+1 to all friendly troops. At the start of your turn, create a random... Oh my god, that looks so good. I mean that... Three, 5. I suppose you could do like this. So this legendary is cool, isn't it, for the Elixir build? For leaving the remnant alive. Oh, that was cool. Nice animation too. So you can give this flank. Definitely a lot of, there's quite a lot of buff synergy between the cards, right? Interesting. Okay, so let's move on to the Demon Prince, which is these two. So starting with this one. Winged Demon Prince. Ooh. Not really got into many of the late game cards yet. Let's give this a go. Let's see how the Demon Prince fares. So the Demon Prince has 40 health.
I will reshape this galaxy to a place of order and unity.
To a place of order. So excessive vigor, give a dark pact of excess to a friendly troop, and if it's a demon it gets +2 health as well, so +2, +2, +2 would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Friendly demonettes have flank. Stealth this demon and then this demon gets flank. Oh boy. some AoE in here somewhere. Okay, so we definitely want these two, right? Okay. So that can kill that. Definitely you. We should have actually done this, right? Oh, when it's damaged but not destroyed. That's why we didn't get any buffs there, because they were destroyed. Let's see.
Disintegrate.
Actually, this would be really good here, right? That Pact of Excess would make that a 4. So let's do this.
Disintegrate.
Pact of Slanesh. Simulation game +1 blast. It's not very good. Wait, actually, if we do this though, if we do this, and then this hits base, and the blast gets rid of both things, right? Maybe we should have waited until next turn, I don't know, with that. Kind of interesting, these sort of low cost units, the kind of synergy between them. It's potentially like a, feels like a sort of tempo, but like a spiraling kind of power curve. Like it could just, you could just get completely out of hand. So we could do this. Oh, that's not a demon though, is it? Oh, I thought it was going to heal. That was wrong. Yeah, that messed that up because the blast would have been good to kill us as well. Yeah, la la. This is give +1 to another friendly. Oh yeah, because of cruelty. Definitely can't do that. Wow. This I wasn't even a demon as well, like I think this guy could probably grow some mega demons. Hey Tim. Welcome to the stream, buddy. That was very, very interesting. Very interesting, like the synergy between these cheap units. This is definitely going to be... There's definitely going to be some really nice tempo decks that you can do. But the thing is also that, you know, good. Obviously, playing against a good player, it may be easy to disrupt it. So that's going to be the interesting thing. So let's see what the other Demon Prince build looks like. So we still... sadly, we didn't actually get to play the big late game stuff there, did we? Beautiful Death or the Winged Demon Prince. So this one has a more of an early game curve, right? Deal 2 damage to target dice put in place. An infractor. Wow. If the target dies, that's insane value. That's insane value. So this one runs the Mauler Field. Ecstasy 5. Double this troops. Okay, this is not a good card, but I don't know, it could potentially be difficult to deal with. I love this Beautiful Death concept. This is very cool. Got the rhinos. This is actually a very early curve. Okay, let's go. They feel kind of aggro combo-y to me from the small collection I have. Okay. Ecstasy. Love that card. Factor option. Rally. Choose a combat elixir. Okay. Yeah, that's a good card. Give stealth. That's a good card. Although we don't actually have any demons there, so maybe not. Mind you, you can draw a demon, right? Okay, let's go.
The hunt begins. Today we feast.
Okay, down comes a Crute. So what we do here is we have to do this first, because it has to die, right? If the target dies, but what happens? That card feels... What rarity is that card then? That's a rare. That feels really strong to me. That feels really strong for 2 energy. That's great tempo.
We heed the call of the hunt.
I mean, I don't love this card because it's slow, but I suppose if you're gonna play it, you should play it before that one. Get it down on the board. I mean, I guess this just has to kill us. Oh my god, why didn't you kill the unit? Yep. It's the AI for you. I think it's actually this one because we just need it to... We just want it to finish this off, right? Yeah. we've got the Mauler Fiend.
Precision and efficiency.
Stimulation gain shield. So I think what I'm going to do here is drop this, do this, and do this again. This card is very good.
Show me your strength. I will make it mine.
So we do this. I guess we'll just do this.
The hunt does
Down
not
comes
wait
Lone
for
Spear.
the hunter.
What are you doing? That sounds good. It's not a demon. So this just is a yeah, I like this at the end of your turn ability. Create a random legacy in your hand. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Barbarism.
Huh. Yeah, it's a shame we can't put that on now, right? So it will survive.
Hunter's senses must be as sharp as the butcher's knife. We heed the call of the hunt.
What are you doing? You just lost your watershed. Oh no, you can't do that, can you? Oh no. We messed up. We messed up, boys. Give +2. Yeah. I think we messed up there. I think I thought I could.
Sharpen your knives. Tonight we feast.
It's a good job of playing against the eyes, isn't it?
Fire on my signal.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh boy. So can you only trigger that once, right? So, or like, could you heal that? Oh boy. Oh boy. Is it a demon? No, it's a vehicle. Oh boy. I mean, then you got my dude here, where you just go like. Wow. I wonder if there's any way of like, protecting that guy. What is the way of actually protecting him? Because in real games, like, it's a wonky, very wonky combo. But I mean, it feels fun when you get to do that for sure. Okay, so that leads us on. So that's the Demon Prince. I think the Demon Prince feels, definitely feels interesting. Like, I'm not sure about these decks. Obviously, I think there perhaps needs to be more actual demons in there to get the benefit from his hero power. I think this is costing 2, giving the +2 health is very good. Without the +2 health, it's very subpar. So this guy really is going to be the demon deck warlord for sure. Yeah, his excess is a nice kind of passive, you know. That Mauler thing though, that's really interesting. The re-triggering of ecstasy and stuff. That's the first card I've realised that actually seems to have very good synergy with this thing. Okay, so let's now move on to Lucius. We got 2 Lucius decks. This one's got a lot more late game in it, right? Still haven't played any of the late game stuff yet. Let's see if we can do that now. I'm gonna do a poor mulligan.
If it is death you crave, who am I to deny it? Prepare for the coming of damnation!
Right, so Lucius, Duelist Hubris. Give vulnerable 1 to an enemy troop or heal 1 to a friendly unit. Wow, so for 1 energy we could be killing a 4 health unit, right? Deal 1 damage to a random enemy. When you... okay.
My hate drives me. Roar!
Okay. This guy, golden shoulder pads.
Your head will be my trophy.
There's just nothing to play here. I mean, obviously you can do this.
For your last breath.
You still gotta do that. Flank ability. Oh, so that's pretty cool. So you do heal 1 damage, deal 1 damage, and then deal 3. Oh my god. So you're dealing 4 and only taking 1. That's really good. Armor 1. Friendly unit and game +1/+1. So you do this. This is going to do 1 damage to here. No, it did it to him. This is 1 damage to a friendly unit, not friendly troop, and then game +1/+1, and that's permanent, isn't it? This seems pretty good, doesn't it? Doesn't this just seem like the... Huh. This guy can just get massive, right? Oh my god. The armored Terminator that the Ecclesia always wanted.
Hate drives me.
Also, this carnival card seems like it should be really good value, right? So we got a 5-drop, a 2-drop, and a 4-drop. We got 11 energies worth of stuff for 7. Okay. And this puts a Slanishy thingy. Right, what's giving the +1? This one. Cruelty give +1 to all friendly demons. Oh, wow.
My obsession cannot be sated. The gods have a plan, and the despoiler will enact it.
What? Why did that trigger that? Oh, because cruelty damage is just... Yeah, it's not from attacking, is it? Oh my god! The Helldrake is like a cruelty trigger and a half! Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah! Multiple cruelty triggers. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the 70 seems like a pretty cool card. Sucks when you low roll a couple of 2-drops and a 3-drop. Yeah, but even then, you've paid 7 for 7, right? Like, and you've placed 3 down at once. I still think that's pretty good, Tim. Like, it feels to me like even the floor for that card is really good. I don't know. I mean, this deck feels really. This deck felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That deck felt pretty strong. Do 1 damage to all units. I mean, this card's going to be very good as well, right? Because similar to what we just said about the Helldrake, right? This is a cruelty trigger, isn't it? Multiple cruelties at once. Yeah. Cruelty. Deal 2 damage to the enemy warlord. This is like some aggro dream, isn't it? Draw 2 cards, yeah. I don't like this card. I think this card's not great. Target friendly unit attacks the enemy with the highest attack. Peerless Bladesman. Target friendly unit attack, so that it can include Warlord. Attacks the enemy with the highest attack. So if you play that on the 4-drop that says where it gets a shield, is that any stratagem, right? I wonder if the shield goes off first. Target friendly attack. I mean, this is kind of interesting because this reminds me of some other card games I've played. I really want to experiment with this. I really want to look at where I think this card has synergy, because what it essentially is a bit like it's a bit like an alternative hard removal, like I know I'm looking about, right? Because obviously, if you can, but again, it's all synergy dependent, isn't it? Like if you can, if you figure out the combos where your units are gonna come out on top big time, then it's kind of hard removal because it's in addition to the attack, right? So say you've got a big unit down, like a Helldrake or a Demon Prince or something. The Demon Prince attacks and you get this, right? So it's a double whammy. So it's a removal and an attack. So this card's definitely got potential just in the abstract, but I definitely want to look through the deck to figure out where the combos are. Very much reminds me of the Elder Scrolls Legends deck that I used to play in there that had a card like this. Vengeful Surge, deploy an Infractor and a Tormentor. So the Infractor's the standard cruelty drop. Tormentor, Ecstasy 1, deal 3 damage. But there's an extra bit on that, isn't there? If a friendly troop died this turn, give them flank. I mean, that's very good. That's very good. I mean, what's the Sisters card, right? With the 4 drops where the 2 come on and they can flank. Yeah, that's really good because then this thing flanks. It attacks with a 3 damage, hopefully hits something that's only got 2 attack back, goes down to 1, then does another 3 damage, and then the other things gets double cruelty trigger plus the trigger from your warlords, so that's now +3, so that's now a 4/4 with flank. I mean, that's utterly bonkers. That's utterly bonkers. Wow, that is going to be cool. In a low, yeah, when you've got lots of low to the ground troops, that's so good. Veteran Noise Marine. Yeah, I mean, I don't love that card. It's not a unplayable card, but it's Obviously, it's a common. It's nothing to write home about. Flank cruelty. Give +1 to all friendly demons. I don't know if it belongs in this type of deck, but it's good. Obviously, this one is, which we just unlocked as our first legendary, so this is obviously tailor-made for Lucius. Slanesh Sorcerer. Give +1/+1 to another friendly troop. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, again, it's like, think what's going to be the thing with cruelty is going to be looking for multiple cruelty triggers. That's how you're going to break this mechanic. The Screamer Cacophonist. Nice art. Rally. Give -4/-4 to an enemy unit this turn. I like the idea of this card, but it relies on you having another card, because the reason is that you've only got the debuff for one turn, so you need to be able to trade into the unit that you debuffed to kill it that turn. It's a bit like blind, right? So you've got to benefit while it's blind. Problem is, if you've only got your Warlord and you do this, it's probably not going to be enough. Might be okay in Lucius. Might be okay in Lucius. For example, you could play this on 7. Lucius is 1-drop, 1E Warlord talent. Gives something vulnerable. Lucius then can do 4 damage. And if you're given -4 to the melee, that could be interesting. Terminator Champion, really like this card. Yeah, I really like it because it's a bit slow, right, in the wind-up, but again, the resilience of it is a Venom Crawler, so it's not easy to kill, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of that card for sure. What thingy was that? So that was an epic. Okay. Carnival. This card to me, I need to see how many demons there are, right? That cost 5 or less. We never got to the Land Raider, did we? Armor 2. Cruelty, deploy random enemies. I mean, if you play this, right? I mean, if you play that, and then play like that, you just get a full board. But there's some fun combos. I honestly, like, the cruelty thing seems kind of. I'm very curious about the cruelty thing. Some of the combos. I don't know whether they're going to work in practice. We have got another. We have got one more thingy to do, but I just want to look at something before we do. So let's just see how many demons that we've got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then let's just go demon. Oh, that's owned only, isn't it? Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, so there is a. So you're not going to get that. So we should have said troop, shouldn't we? Okay. So you can't get a 3-drop Tim because there aren't any 3-drop demons, unless I'm looking at this wrong. Oh, not all the cards are in here, right? Because some are on the battle pass, so there might be a 3-drop demon there, for example. But based on what we can see here, you could potentially get 3 demonettes, so that would be a dud for the 7-drop, right? But I mean, you get a 5 and a 4, and then it doesn't matter what the others are like. I don't know. It's a little bit RNG for sure, but okay. So the other version of him. So we did that version. The other version is this. Seems to have more simulation game +1/+1/+1. This card seems to be good. They seem to have good. They seem to have quite a lot of decent, like 2, 3, 4 drops, and that's usually a good sign for a faction. Oh, deal 7 damage to all units. armor 1, ecstasy 2, heal 2. Ecstasy 2, heal 2. Simulation, gain 1. It's okay. Let's give it a go. Let's get rid of that one and that one. Looks better.
If it is death you crave, who am I to deny it?
Okay. So we are on Twitch and YouTube at the minute, guys, by the way. We're on both places, so go wherever you prefer. Okay, so simulation, right? So this would heal a friendly unit. So this is kind of strange because you kind of want to do the heal after. So this has negative synergy with simulation, doesn't it? Because you want to heal after it's attacked. Obviously, it has good. It's fine if you've got a simulation unit that survived the previous turn. Then obviously it would make a lot of sense. Ecstasy. I think we're just gonna go. We could do this thing where we heal this and hope that the ping goes there. But probably just makes more sense to. Does it make just more sense to do that? I mean, honestly, I think that's it does feel weird not having any voice things in it, doesn't it? So this isn't. Okay, so here, for example, this would heal, right? Let's just do it to see. Okay. Give Slay heal 2 and gain dark pact of excess to a friendly troop. Huh. And I can give that to. So I can just put that on my. What? Can I just put that on the Warlord? Surely not. Surely not.
I do not think so.
Oh, he can only give it to a troop. Or to a friendly troop. Right, so you do this, right? then you do this. Slay that. I don't know. This is definitely a very different type of Lucius deck to the previous one. Seems to be much more about the ecstasy this one. So ecstasy 3. Okay, so this is where that and that would go together. Give +2 to everything. But honestly, we don't really want to do that, right? Because we just want to kill this. We want to kill this. I think we just drop this one. Wait, what happened? Oh, toxic miasma. Okay. Fair enough. So this is where you do something like this, right? Is it? Mind you, what's this up to now? I don't even know what this guy's health is. +3 health? So it goes up to 6. So you hit the Rhino. This is the XC deal 3 damage to the... yeah. I mean, that's a solid combo, isn't it? I knew that card had to have... that deal 2 damage had to have good synergy with something. Yeah. Just pulled out 2. Oh, it's a random Emperor's Children infantry that costs 3 or less, so it's not the same one every time. Alright, I got you. I love the sonic weaponry sound effects, it's super cool. Actually, I think my favourite is when you open a pack. That's absolutely nailed it, that. When you open a pack, the Emperor's Children pack, that sonic weaponry audio is absolutely nailing it. Ecstasy 2, Gain Bloodthirst. Yeah, that's a really good card. Wants you to do this Mauler Fiend as the top end, but maybe it is, I don't know. I mean, like here you can heal, right? So you can heal that back to 6. And then you can attack again and you can trigger that again. So you like heal this. Rhino's pretty good. Rhino is pretty good. Terminator. Oh, I don't think I've looked at this card yet. So it's a 4-drop. Armor 1, Ecstasy 2. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. Yeah, I love the Rhino, it's cool. What's up, man? Good to see you. I think they are a bit OP, but normal for a new faction. Alright. Okay, so we've played one of every deck. I don't know why, but the first Lucius one felt... This felt really, like... This felt really, really good. Yeah, but this Ecstasy thing needs more practice. The Demon Prince decks here, I think they're not... I don't think these are as well tailored as they will be, obviously, when you construct the deck. I mean, you can say that for any constructed deck, right, obviously, but... yeah, the Lucius ones felt a little bit more in line with the kind of themes, whereas these ones, I think we can make definitely better Demon decks than these. And this guy, I'm not sure I'm getting. I don't know. So let's take a quick look at the cards. Owned only. Let's take that off. So this guy is... Let's have a look. So he's giving you +1 to a random friendly troop. So this is the bit that I found a little bit like why? What was the reason for targeting Afrael? You've got to have a double reason, right? First, you've got to have a troop that you want to buff by +1. And even then it's random, so you might not get the right one. And then you've got to have a reason to want to actually put the stratagem on Kafrael. So I found this guy's passive to be incredibly situational, but obviously all we've done is played a few practice matches, so... but that's just my initial feeling, is that this feels very... very sort of, yeah... just very situational, I guess. And then his ability, deal 1 damage. If the target dies, create a random combat elixir in your hand. That's pretty cool. The ability is pretty cool, actually. I don't know if it's, like, good. It really is going to depend on how... If, for example, combat elixir decks were meta, then this would obviously be strong. But if not, it might just be, like, cool rather than good. Lucius is obviously the legendary. I feel like Lucius, you know, there were a few turns in that game where obviously it's back to the Swarm Lord thing, only having 1 range. It is a problem. It's going to be a problem against flyers, but even just certain situations, like, you know, we played against a Biofor, whatever they're called, right? So he plays a Spore Mine out that's got 2 health. Normally you just clear that with your Warlord. You can't do it with Lucius. That said, I do really like his ability with only 1 drop, and the fact that you can heal Lucius and then that does 1 extra damage, so there's some real beatdown potential there, and even a little bit of control potential, so that's quite cool. And yeah, it seems to have some good synergy with things like what's the one where they take damage? Ecstasy. Yeah, some good synergy there. So Lucius looks interesting, and actually I think Zarophan's going to be interesting too. But the thing with Zarofan is he's definitely going to be a demon. You're only going to build a demon deck with this guy, right? I just can't see you doing anything other, because his ability for 2 energy is poor if you're just getting +2 melee and range, but if you're getting +2 melee range and health, that's actually a really good ability for 2. That's a really solid buff to have every turn. Got a bit of chat. Let's have a look. I feel like Lucy's clear winners, Warlord, lots of synergy. I think the other 2 just don't have enough power efficiency to get there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about the new guy, the first guy, but I think this guy's got a lot of potential, Tim. But again, it will be a pure demon deck. I think this is very strong if you can consistently hit demons, and then 40 health, as we always know, I mean that's always not to be sniffed at, always good. And then he gets an automatic buff just for, you know, in a game that any game that you don't go below 15, you've won, so well done. If you go below 15, then you just get this buff, which is, I think that's brilliant. So I think this guy's very good. I just want to see what the decks look like around him. I think it's going to be a much more specific deck, but you know, if I had all the cards right now, that might be the first deck I'd want to build, to be honest. What else we got? I like him. He gets a lot of elixirs, and you get the simulation. Oh, that's the basic guy. Yeah, the basic guy's got... He's okay. Like, this ability is okay, don't get me wrong, but his passive seems very situational. I'm not sure about that. Not really sure the elixirs will stay. Then again, do tell me that this faction does not have Vanguard in any way, so it might stay. Lucy is definitely the best. I love the demon guy, just not sure there's enough support. Though giving a buff, solid. Yeah, that's true. I mean, what cards are hidden, right? We've got some locked cards, something stupid. They really want me to get this battle pass, don't they? What cards are like? What are the cards that are hidden then? At the end of your turn, create a random combat elixir in your hand. I mean, that's a good card for that archetype. Oh, legendary's locked in here. That's not a demon. That's not a demon. There's no demons that are locked in there. Where else are the... Oh no. No. Give up, man. How do I... This is the premium pass, yeah? How do you claim this then? You need 400 of those. Which I've got to get like 200 stratagems. Okay, yeah. So then it's whatever's locked in the vault, isn't it? And again, we don't see any demons in there. So you might be right, Tim. It might be the biggest problem with the demon prints might just be not having the you know, enough units to build something with. I'm definitely keen to try. Definitely keen to try that for sure. Chosen Slash, give a dark pack of excess to a friendly troop. I mean, I don't think you need to necessarily play these. There might be one deck where you do, but it's great. You know, we know what it is. Like, it's in the Black Legion. It's one of the less used dark packs, but there's some nice synergies with it in this faction, and some things that say like if it's a demon, also give it +2 health. You know, so that's where that becomes insane. This card, -1/-1 to an enemy troop. Kind of like a sort of... Think about the scout in Marines, right? Giving blind. It's kind of like... Probably not as good as... is it? It's probably not as good. But it is a permanent -1/-1. It's definitely going to go in the demon decks, isn't it? But I don't think it will outside of that. Give stealth to a random friendly demon. If you don't control any, draw a demon. This is going to be a good card in the demon deck. Very good, because you're going to get to a point in the game where, for example, you've buffed a demon and you've come on, maybe you've flanked, and you're like this big scary thing, but you're damaged. You whack it into stealth, and it's going to set up wins. So I think that's going to be a good card. I also think this is going to be a good card, and I'm excited about this card because it's 1 energy, deal 1 damage to all units, and we have a mechanic called... What's it called? We have a mechanic called... Now I can't find the blooming mechanic anywhere. I can't find anyone with it. Cruelty, thank you. We have a mechanic called Cruelty. and this is a cruelty trigger, guys, and a half, right? You're definitely, I'm definitely going to be playing that card. Definitely going to be playing that card. That card is good. This card is awesome. This card is my anti-orc tech. You play this card on a grot and just leave it and never attack it. I mean, there are going to be probably times where the grot gets taken out from blast or AoE or something. But the fact that they can't do fast anymore, those abilities like, let's say, flank if you haven't got any other troops, just, that's such a good way of slowing orcs down, right? Like, they've already lost proper kill it. I think that's super good. Yeah, I'm really liking that card. And again, another demon I really want to play. This is why I want to build the demon deck. This card's really going to be interesting because honestly I was feeling like it was just bad until that last game. That last game where the deck was actually really built around it, I started to really see, oh, okay, wait a minute, this card could really do something here. Because it's not just about, you know, well, why wouldn't you just say heal 3? It's the fact that it is triggering the ecstasies multiple times. So this is going to be one of those cards that you build the deck. You know, you're building it a deck for it, right? It's not in every deck. And also in a pinch, it's just deal 2 damage, right? For 2. Like you could finish the enemy warlord with that, with reach. You could finish a flyer that's damaged. So you don't always have to do the fancy pants combo. So this card might be okay, but I think it will be probably in a particular deck, right? Eternal Servitude. Choose a friendly troop that died since your last turn and deploy it. Lower its health to 1. I don't know what we want to target with this. When you... It says deploy it, right? So does that trigger rallies? It says when this unit is played from hand, so I don't think it triggers rallies. So what is it that we want to put back on the board with what? There's probably something. I'm very new here I'm looking at these cards properly for the first time, so there's probably something in. My initial thing is that this is actually not that good, but it could well be excellent if we find something that actually having 1 health but back on the board is fine with. Then it would be good. Generally speaking, though, I'm not sure about that one if I'm honest. This card seems okay. It's a very reasonable 2-drop. I don't know how good like pure stimulation decks are going to be. I don't know how easy it is to get the potions, the elixirs. But this guy's a nice early standard target for it. So I think it's okay. And having playable 2-drops, 3-drops, even 4-drops, are massive in Warpforge. Like, factions that have that do very well over the long term. The Infractor, I like this card. I think this is really nicely designed. Most of the times, it's going to be very, very basic and not get out of hand, but obviously it has the potential to get out of hand, which is cool. And the fact that you can just get it for free off of other cards is pretty cool. Definitely upgrade these. These cheap upgrades, by the way, guys, where you only pay 10 for the upgrades, are worth it every time. You should be doing that with your collection. Now, the Tormentor says at the end of your turn, create a random combat elixir in your hand. So this is going to be key in those potion builds. This is one of the cards that's hidden right now, I think, in the Battle Pass, so we've not got to play with it yet. The Quicksilver Grace, give flank to a friendly troop, create a random elixir in your hand. Again, these elixir decks, I think this card's going to be very good. Also, because it is a stratagem, this card, you're playing it on something, so simulation cards work very well with this, right? Because you're triggering the simulation just by playing a stratagem on it. So you're not just giving it flank, you're giving it the simulation as well. So yes, I do think that, I always say like these 2-drops give flank and never get played. People always get excited and they never get played. But I really do think in this faction you will see this card played because it has simulation. So yeah, I am definitely expecting to see that card. Rapid is this card I really like. I really like this card. Like deal 2 damage and then play the Infractor. I think that's a really solid tempo for 2 costs, so I'm loving that card. Tormentor, Ecstasy 1, so just going down to 2. It says deal 3 damage. Sorry, Ecstasy 1 means it has to lose 2 health down to 1. Yeah, I mean, if you can trigger that reliably, then 3 damage off of playing a 2 is very good. It is a random enemy, so it could hit, you know, it could hit the Warlord early game and not really have much impact. I think it's, you can't heal it particularly easy and then back down. Lucius could, right, with his one power heal 1. But to be honest, if you just trigger this once, it's done okay. I don't think it's going to be world changing, but it's certainly like not bad. These sort of cards I always hate, but you know, with this sort of really wonky stats. Slay, deal 2 damage to the enemy warlord. You know, this is a card that would probably do okay with the flanking card the flanking stratagem that we just talked about a minute ago. Other than that, is it just going to be a little bit of a wish card? Like, you're going to deploy this? Is your opponent just going to sit there and leave this on the board when it could just trade into the range attack? I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a trap card, but I might be wrong. There may be some aggro nonsense where this card's very, very good. Particularly if that card I was talking about earlier. Do you remember that card I was talking about earlier where it says make a unit attack a unit with the highest strength? This is a good target for that because it's cheap. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The Icon of Excess, 3-drop. Ecstasy 2, so 1 attack into a Warlord. Give Dark Pact of Excess to all friendly troops. I don't mind those stats for 3. If you play on 3, it's actually quite difficult for your opponent to not trigger the excess. Like, it's very difficult for them to just kill that outright without, you know, obviously if they've got like Chaos having a flanker or something, they could do it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I tell you where, obviously in the late game where you play the stratagem again that deals 2 damage to your own unit, obviously that triggers this guy's excess and it gives you go wide board. But is that just a bit more kind of like win more if you've already got a wide board established? Yeah, not too sure about that one. And the Internal Rivalry, deal 1 damage to all friendly troops and give them a Dark Pact of Excess. So again, like, you got to make dealing damage to your own troops a payoff, right? So it seems to me that is like an ecstasy card. Whether it's worth it or not, I don't know. I really need to think that through a lot more, test it. This is solid, you know. Again, solid card. Probably not even just in Elixir cards. Like, it's probably just a solid draw card. If you want card draw, not every Warpforge deck needs them. I don't think it's as good in general decks as the Black Legion equivalent, but it probably is as good when you're running a specific Combat Elixir deck. Plasma Gun Tormentor, Simulation, gain Blast 1. I think this card's bad. Just going to get traded off the melee. You're never going to get to swing with it. Don't love that card. Give Slay, heal 2. And gain Dark Pact of Excess to a friendly troop. This is the one that... yes, you can't put this on your Warlord. You put it on a troop. It's kind of like a runaway with card, isn't it? Like we built a unit, it got big, then you slap this on it, and then it's now big, and now it heals when it trades, and you're like, oh my god, I've got to kill this thing. I ultimately think... in constructive play, though, I don't think this is going to make it, but it was very interesting. Now, this card I do... is this the one I like? No, I don't. I don't, because this reads badly to me. It says stun enemy troops attacked and give them -1/1. Right, the way I read that, if I play this on the board, if I attack with my Warlord into a troop, they should then be stunned. But what this is meant to say is stun enemy troops, you know, attacked by this card, basically. But it doesn't say that. So I actually think it's a bad card. Given how it actually works. If it worked the way it says it works, it'd be amazing. This card's good though. This is a really good ecstasy card. Yeah, like this card. Makes me think of the Noise Marine in Chaos, but also there's going to be some nasty finishes and cheeky bloodthirst attacks you get from this. The heal one is really interesting because you can kind of like keep triggering ecstasy if you need to. But I mean, you can only bloodthirst once, I think, anyway, can't you? But it's the fact that you can, like, you go down to 2, obviously then the enemy warlock can finish you off, but that heal 1 just takes you back out of range of it. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Destroy an enemy troop with armor attacked by this unit. Now, this is another one of those cards where I'm like, this is going to be really, really hyper situational, right? Because you are going to have to flank with this. You're going to have to. You're going to have to flank with it in order to get this ability off. It sounds really cool, but it's not something you're just going to drop, and your opponent's never going to just leave this on and put an armored unit out there for you to attack. So yeah, sounds really cool, but in practice I'm not sure. Your warlord gains at the start of your turn, create a random combat elixir in your hand. Yeah, this is great. In the elixir decks, I think this is going to be a staple, and yeah, I think this is really good. I'm coming up in a minute. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 seconds. Sorry, my little monster coming and getting involved. Alright, so this card is very good, obviously. If you're going to be running an Elixir build, it's going to be, yeah, really, really good. Obviously, it is, it's slow. If you're playing against tempo metas, then that's the weakness of it. This card seems, really good. This card seems really good. Obviously, there's a lot of these types of flankers in the game, but the ability that you're getting is fantastic. So not only are you going to just come on and kill something, which is what these cards do, it's the fact that you bank the Chosen of Slaanesh and can play it any time. And I think that's great. I'm definitely going to... I think this will be played a lot. This card's also really well designed, actually. Choose a combat elixir on rally, and then obviously you can immediately use that on simulation to give this thing the shield, or you bank it to be able to use. So I think this card's good. Yeah, I like it. It's going to be played. Create 3 random combat elixirs in your hand. I don't necessarily think this card's good, if I'm honest. Like, these things cost 0, and you're getting 3 of them for 4 energy. That seems like a bad deal to me. But saying that, like, if you've got a deck where you've got loads of things that've got simulation and things like that, how are you gonna generate loads of triggers? And it might be necessary. I don't know. I'd need to do some deck building to kind of understand that, really. Hey guys, if you've just joined us, we just played a load of practice games, played through all the practice decks, learning the faction, and now I'm just working through the cards, giving some initial impressions. The Peerless Bladesman. Target a friendly unit. The target friendly unit attacks the enemy with higher stat. I mean, I really want to... I love this card. I don't know if it's any good, but I love it because I know this card because I've played games like Elder Scrolls Legends, and there's a certain deck in there this was phenomenal with. So I really want to build around this card and see what I can do. It's definitely one of the cards I'm most interested in. I don't know if it's good, but it's a good idea. Okay guys, so continuing on with our card review, we had got to the Terminator. I think this card is not particularly good. Although you've got to think that, like, the Terminator that's just been nerfed in the Dark Angels costs 5 energy, and it's now got cut to 4 melee attack. And obviously this can potentially end up going up to 7. So there may well be a kind of more aggro version of the faction where this actually does play a role and is good, but I'm not sure overall. 4 health. Obviously, it's got the armor. I'll definitely try it, but I'd need to figure out like what deck does it belong in. But it's definitely going to be some sort of like aggro, more all in, where you're okay to lose the board, because obviously with 0 range attack, this card will lose the board. So yeah, that's definitely the consideration there. Let's move on to the next card. The Tormentor Obsessionist. Ecstasy 3. So again, notice that the Ecstasy is 2 damage less than the health, which means that it combines really well again with the two you know, the Embrace the Pain, right? This is designed to trigger cards like the one we're on, right? Trigger the Ecstasy. So, where did we get to? Here we go. So for 4 energy, this actually has good stats, I would say. And its Ecstasy ability says, Ecstasy 3, give +2 range to all friendly troops. Now I wonder whether that includes itself. Overall, I feel like this card at a competitive level will be quite average, because I don't know that you're going to get these board states where you're going to get this ability off to have a huge effect. And where you do, you're probably already winning anyway, right? Because if you've got a big board. So I don't know. I'm not sure where I stand on that card, to be honest. It's definitely not a bad card, but I don't know how good it is either. So now we have a legendary in Veldras the Sublime, Cruelty. Gain +1 melee and simulation. Attack a random enemy. I am interested in how the programming works for this. Like, is it truly random? Like, if you would have lethal, would it attack the Lord? Would it prioritize that or not? But overall, what this guy is going to be is kind of almost like a mini AoE, right? You're going to play him down. Maybe you're going to play several elixirs on him. Yeah. Yeah, nice sort of like mid-game sort of board clear. Veldras the Sublime. Also looks as though it will deal with things in stealth. So that's another really key consideration there. Next up, we got the Vengeful Surge. Deploy an Infractor and a Tormentor, and if a friendly troop died this turn, give them flank. So if you time this right, I think this is absolutely phenomenal. I think this is phenomenal. Because what you do is you attack first with the Tormentor, right? Now, if you can trigger this thing, so if you can get this down to 1, it means you're doing 3 damage flank, then you deal another 3 damage. Okay, and obviously you've attacked with your Warlords. That's 3 lots of damage you've dealt, which means that this guy potentially be triggered 3 times and gets flank as well. So this is up to like a 3/3 or a 4/4. I mean, that's an incredible package. I think this is a good card. The thing is that you do have to have had a troop die this turn, and that's the key. That's the key Achilles heel to this card. It's actually a well-designed card. Veteran Noise Marine. I don't think this card's going to get played. Blast 3 is quite a fair bit for at that stage in the game. Potentially a good combo with the flank card, but Personally, I don't think it's going to get played. The Blissbringer will get played because it's a demon, and it's going to go in the demon decks with the more flank and obviously the cruelty trigger. Give +1 to all friendly demons. It's not like an amazing. Is this the Warlord? Does the Warlord count as a demon? Doesn't, does he? He counts as Warlord. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't trigger the Warlord. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't think his cruelty thing's amazing. Although there will be some board states late in the game where this just helps you push for sure. I still think it's a reasonable card, and I think given the demon tag, I think it will be played. This Harmonist stimulation, give -2/-2 to a random enemy troop. This card's very good in the potion decks, right? Because that's a permanent -2/-2, and it specifically says troop. You can, you know, it's another good way of dealing with stealth units that are hiding and thinking they're going to give you a good hiding next turn. Suddenly you play this, and you just make them 0, basically. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite nice, but of course you do want to be triggering that simulation, so it's a bad 5-drop to just drop on 5 and do nothing with, and so you do need to put it in decks where, you know, you are going to get those potions and cheap spells. This guy, I mean, obviously it's an AoE. It's really good in Lucius because you're going to basically get at least 4 AoE damage for 5, which is not bad. If you can get it up to 5, then it's very good. Yeah. It's a decent card, decent legendary. The Flawless Blade Champion says Slay. Give +1 melee to all friendly troops. Ecstasy 3. Attack a random enemy. So this again is this ability of double attacking, right? Which can help clear, can help deal with stealth, or it can just win the game. It's another one of these wonky stat ones. Looks like they're trying to make a kind of an aggro-based beatdown deck, which this belongs in. Whether it's good or not, I'd have to check. I'd have to test. Malgarash. Stats are okay for 5. His Ecstasy 2 says heal 2. So he's got this sort of midpoint inbuilt heal. That's quite a nice mechanic when you've got armor, I guess. The simulation says gain more range. I think he's okay. It's an okay legendary. I don't know that it's not the most crazy legendary, but you probably would run it in that 5 slot. Sorcerer, another cruelty trigger, give +1/+1 to another random friendly troop. Another card I think is kind of like okay, stats are okay, health's not great. But if you can combo this down with cruelty, it looks okay. I don't think this, I'm feeling this won't make it. It's quite nice art, bit of a shame. But I'm feeling that it's just not quite there. Might be wrong. Chaos Rhino, you're definitely going to play this in Ecstasy decks. Maybe you're going to play it in other decks. It's like a decent 6-drop, and being able to spawn Emperor's Children units. The infantry units that cost 3 or less are actually all pretty good. So even though there's an RNG element, you're pretty much confident that you're going to get something okay here. So the Chaos Rhino is like, yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. And specifically in Ecstasy decks where you've got ways of healing and re-triggering Ecstasy and stuff, this could be very good. Now the Screamer, Cacophysist. I think this card's a hard one to evaluate because I get a feeling it's probably going to be a bad card. The main reason for that is that it says -4/-4 to the enemy unit this turn. Now, when you do this kind of thing, when it's just for a turn, you need another unit on board to be able to capitalize on the debuffed unit to trade it, right? But at 6 energy, you're not going to have that. So I have a feeling this is going to be an awkward card that feels awkward just sitting in your hand and not ever really finding the right timing. Obviously, when you get the combo off, it'll feel nice. I actually don't think it's going to be that great. And melee 3 is poor as well. Like at this stage in the game, it's going to be quite easy for your opponent to trade off against that and get rid of it. The Terminator Champion, on the other, this is a card I do want to play more of. I think this is a nice cruelty trigger, and you can build this guy to be end up being pretty big. Yeah, I really like the design on this. Carnival of Excess. The Carnival of Excess says deploy 3 random demons that cost 5 or less. Now you do have one that costs 5, you have one that costs 4. But you also have one that costs 2 and one that costs 1. And if you were to draw lots of 1 costs, it would feel bad. However, I do think in a demon deck I probably would run this. I know it's a little bit RNGesus, but you know, I had a game earlier where I got a 4-drop and a 5-drop and then you know something else, a cheap one, which is phenomenal. It was something like 11 energies worth of troops, 2 of which had flank. So I think that you can almost look at this like an AoE in that sense, right? But it is a bit RNG. That said, it's hard to get a very, very bad one. Like if you were to roll 3 Demonettes or something, I mean that would be savage. But overall I think it's not bad. Lord Exulant, Stimulation, give 1+1 to all friendly troops. Again, like this, I need to test this more, but this concept of stimulation and buffing other troops, my initial reaction to that is that it's like it's not going to be good, because in Warpforge it's so hard to build boards of units over multiple turns, and if you've done that, you've pretty much already won. The reality is more likely, can you play this when there is 1 other troop down, and then if it's giving +1/1, is it worth it? I don't know that the stats are good enough for a 7-drop for it to be worth it. It's also an epic card. I might be missing something here. Obviously things like the zero cost potions, maybe maybe you're playing multiple down, but I actually don't think this is very good, to be honest. Yeah, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if that makes it. I'm not excited about it. This card is very good. Deal 7 damage to all units. Obviously on things like the Demon Prince, this helps you get closer to your ecstasy thing, and there might even be some other big ecstasy units that get triggered because of this. That's just a little advantage on top of the fact that it's, you know, it's AoE. It's also a finisher because it hits your enemy warlord. So yeah, it hits everything. It's a little bit cheaper than some of the AoEs. I quite like it. Keen to try it. And then we got the Rugged Disharmonist. So the Rugged Disharmonist is a 7-drop, again 7 energy. You'll notice a lack of Vanguard in the faction. Not too many units that have, you know, sort of big health. But what this is saying is that enemy troops have -2. Now that is actually pretty good, right? It's actually pretty good. It's just constant while ever this guy's alive. It seems to me like really one of those, like, depends what's the meta at the time that you're playing, right? Because if you're just getting, I don't know, lots of melee oriented orcs or chaos, then this is no good, right? But if the meta is like Tau and Dark Angels, this is a really nice, this could be a really nice card to run in there. I still don't know we're going to see this in meta decks though, if I'm honest. I think about things like what's the Necron 7-drop that boosts all of your ranged attacks by 2? It's kind of like the opposite of that, and that doesn't get played very often. So yeah, doesn't affect the warlord either. Might not be quite there. It's a nice idea though. Now we got another legendary guy, Lord Cacophonist. Stimulation, -1/-1 to all enemy units until your next turn. I mean, this really, really does have to be the Potion Master Donate. You've got to have gazillions and be able to keep replaying them. He probably does go in that deck. But I don't know that he's in any other deck, if I'm honest. Beautiful Death. I think this is a really cool card. I really like it. I think it will see play. I think a lot of beginner decks will play it, and whether it makes it into the top tier decks, I don't know, because 8 energy is a lot for removal, right? You know, we've got things like no mucking about, which just doesn't matter how much health you've got, right? It just kills it. There's more efficient removal than this in the game, but obviously it does have this extra feature of being able to heal, and depending where you are in the game, you know, you could use this to kill something with 1 health, couldn't you? And get 9 heal. But it's quite expensive for that. So whether this will make it into top tier meta decks, I'm not sure. I think if there are control orientated builds, then it will. But I'm not sure how efficient it is. It's a cool card. It's a very cool card. But I'm not sure how efficient it is for the 8 energy. Let me know what you think in chat. Now the Heldrake I do love. I really love this card for several reasons. Love the model. Glad they made it decent. It's a flyer. I think it's a bit weird having only 5 range attack, to be honest. Which is also a bit weird for a flyer. It's got a very nice rally. Deal 2 to 3 damage to each enemy. That includes the Warlord. It's very good. And it's particularly good in this faction, right? Because of cruelty. So every one of those units that get damage is a cruelty trigger. So I really like the Heldrake at the top end. I think this is good. And I think having 6 health, if you're wondering, well, how can this be good with 6 health with 8, costing 8 BJ? It's all about the rally. If you've got a good rally effect, you've already gained the value, right? So that's why it's okay for the body to not be as good, because you've already instantly got the value. So rally effects are very powerful, because it's instant value and your opponent can't interact with that. So I think the Heldrake is a good card. The Mauler Fiend is kind of like the top end for these Ecstasy decks. I'm not sure about it. I mean, it's a lot of fun, this card, don't get me wrong. And it will have your opponent, you know, if they don't have hard removal, it will really have them, it may well have them sort of shaking in the boots a little bit. But I do think it might end up being a bit of a meme. Cool artwork. I don't know that you'll see this played in like top tier decks, to be honest. It's fun though. It's definitely fun. There's definitely going to be some cool YouTube shorts we could make from this card. Yeah. Now the Winged Demon Prince is spicy, right? 9 energy. It's a beast, right? It's a flying 10/6 with 10 health. It says other friendly demons cost 2 less and have +2 melee and cruelty draw a demon. I very much do think this could be played in a mid-range demon deck. The question will be is when we look at the demon decks, whether they are so fast that this is just not needed. That'll be the big question. But if they're more mid-rangey, yeah, this guy's going to be it's going to be pretty good in there, I think. I always love seeing late game units that are actually workable, because you know you don't get to play them as often. They're much harder to get down, so they really need to be meaningful. There's a lot of bad 9 and 10 drops in this game. That is an okay one, I'm not gonna lie. Now what about the Land Raider? 10 energy. I mean, this thing has 12 health and 2 armor. That is, I mean, if you have not got hard removal, this is a real nightmare to get rid of. And it says cruelty. Deploy random Emperor's Children infantry that cost 3 or less. So we've kind of got a little bit of a theme going on, haven't we, between the vehicles with the Rhino and the Land Raider. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that this is good, but very slow. Very slow. And if your opponent hasn't got hard removal, it is a win con. It's a slow, grindy win con, but it might be possible. Again, the problem I think with this faction though, not having access to things like Vanguard and stuff, it's a question of whether you get to this stage of the game. If you get to this stage of the game and you draw this, yeah, it's going to be lovely. But the question is a question of whether you get there, as to whether this gets played. So, it comes to the offense cards, we've got one that says when the troop is deployed, it gets -1 till its next turn. Yeah, that could be quite good against this faction because there does seem to be a lot of high melee stuff, especially the Lucius decks. When a player plays a third card in a single turn, oh no, not this nonsense again. Their warlord takes 1 damage and their opponent draws a card. When a player plays a third card in a single turn. So if you're playing like the potions decks, right, you're going to probably do this. And then it says their warlord takes 1 damage and their opponent draws a card. So this is really anti multiple cards per turn, right? So if you're just a solid drop 1 unit a turn, that's all you do, and you're playing against this faction, they're playing potions and all this stuff, then actually that's a really good offense card, to be honest. Yeah. When a player earns a skull, deal 1 damage to a random unit they control. I don't know if that's a good offense card. Isn't that just going to work for the Emperor's Children player? Defense card, deal 1 damage. If the target is a friendly troop, give it a Dark Pact of Excess. If the target's an enemy, draw a card. That's quite clever. That's very flexible, isn't it? Yeah. It's really good. 1 damage and draw a card. I mean, that's pretty good, man. Yeah, solid defense card. Decadent Throne, choose a troop from your deck and draw it. Lower its cost by 1. It's very good. Very good indeed. That's the level 41 though, so we won't be seeing that for a while. And then we have this choose a combat elixir and create it in your hand. So I think this is a very okay starting one, but I think this is going to be very nice at level 20 on the Forge, and this will be very powerful, but you're not going to get it to level 40. Yeah, okay. So that is the deck. There are a few others that are hidden. So obviously we've talked about the Demon Prince, we've talked about the Mauler Fiend. At the end of your turn, create a random combat elixir in your hand. Actually, I think these were... We did talk about these, right? They were covered. Yeah, they were covered. So yeah, that's everything. That's quite a nice card back. Overall, it's going to be really, really interesting faction. I think they seem to have some really strong cards. They may have some weaknesses in the health of the cards, the lack of Vanguard. We shall see. But I'm really looking forward to building a few different decks if I can get some cards and show you guys some, yeah, some different themed archetypes. So let me know in the comments what you think. Hope you're enjoying the new release, and yeah, I'll catch you very soon for some more Emperor's Children content.